What is up guys, it is Simba here and welcome back to another League Racing video on F1 25, and we are back in Imola, but this time for the Tier 1 race in WOR. But before we get started, I want to say a big thank you for 700 subscribers. It means a lot to get to this number, and the road to 1k is getting ever closer, and I appreciate all the support on this channel. So if you want to see more, make sure you hit the like button, get subscribed for more League Racing content. There'll be more to come on this game, even though it's been a game cycle that it's not exactly been my best so far, that I will just say that, and it's been a bit of a task to get around this game for myself personally, but the content is still going to be coming along. Sorry it's been a while since the last video, and you can tell by the sound of my voice in this one, I have been terribly ill with a fever or something along the sort. I just felt absolutely terrible for a number of days. I'm starting to feel a little bit better, but the session hasn't started very well as we invalidate the first lap. You can see it's not exactly a clean end to Sector 3 anyway through the two Ravazzas. So it's a 14-2. And you can see my expression there, just, it's not very good. So we've got some time to try and put a lap on the board at the very least, so we've got something to work with in the final set of runs. So going into the Tumbarello chicane, turn number 1, down to 5th, swinging it through the left and the right, using the overtake on the exit, and now we set up for the Villeneuve chicane. Currently a 10th down on the lap so far, down to 5th. Wasn't the cleanest. We missed the apex a little bit through the first part, and Tosa is a little bit cleaner on the exit, and now we are just over half a tenth up. Going into the heart of Sector 2, 5th gear through this left-hander, and that is nicely done, and now we're a tenth and a half up. Going into one of the hardest sections of the racetrack, Acra Minerale, absolutely nailing it through the entry and the exit, and now we're 3 tenths up. Going into the Variante Alta, not exactly hitting the curb, and you can see a tenth and a half just washing away from the Delta, so it's really not ideal, as we've still got 2 corners to go. The two Ravazzas, we slide through the first one, and the second one is not a great exit either.
Jesus. Jeez Louise indeed. Jeez Louise indeed. I just completely bottled the last sector.
And yeah, my reaction speaks for itself. We got the last sector horribly wrong. The rest of the lap was pretty solid though. So let's try again. Down the main straight, spotting the 50-meter board into the Tumbarello chicane. Nicely done. And we're a 10th up already at the start of the lap. Through Villeneuve, down to 6th, down to 5th through the second part. Decent exit, staying within track limits.
Oh, and turn that shit off now.
And you can hear me talking to SCI Alguin, who's been playing TikTok videos through the Xbox party I'm in with him and SLR Medal, and it's a bit of a distraction, but we're still doing pretty decently despite going wide in the left-hander through Acqua Minerale.
Oh, fuck hell.
Just a very poor sequence of corners there, and we're now chasing the Delta in the final part of the lap. Variante Alta is a lot cleaner over the curbs, and we do gain some of the time back, but again, it's time thrown away in the middle part of the lap, and we can definitely gain time in the last sector, but we slide through the first Ravazza again, and the exit's a little bit better for the final corner, but across the line
Jesus Christ. He wept at that middle sector. That I do. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear.
And forgive the coughing, you can tell I'm still ill. And yeah, that is only P18. It will turn to P19 because Wards does improve on his last lap. And yeah, P19 it is. Not ideal. I mean, qualifying has never been a strong point, but it's definitely exposed on a grid like this, where the Tier 1 drivers are basically a golf ahead of the Tier 2 drivers somehow. But there's going to be some rain coming through. So we're going to start on the medium tyres. And try and box early to try and get the hard tyres to the rain phase. So we're going to see how that goes. So here we go then. Time for the race. 5 red lights in front of us. And the lights are out, and we are underway in Tier 1 around Imola. And the getaway is actually quite good. We get ahead of Oliver Hornby in the Haas. We're drawing up alongside CSI Jensen in the McLaren, going into turn number 1. A little bit of contact between all the cars in front of us, just trying to find a gap to squeeze into, as we're under pressure from Ollie Hornby again, going into the Villeneuve chicane, but we managed to fend him off, as we've got a car off the road already. And there you go, there's the brutal nature of this track. It's hard to go side by side at all, as we've got a car up the inside again. So Ollie trying to reclaim the position that he lost off the start, and we managed to fend him off, and we gained 2 places already. So up to P17 we go. And we're just going to try and settle into this race, and the pace felt pretty decent, but we do get 2 early warnings, I think. It's on to lap 2. You can see that our teammate, BNT Lafiti, is on hards, and he's tried to get past Jensen. I think Jensen's just passed him. He goes wide at Tosa, and we're going to try and take advantage up the inside. Try and get the traction out at Tosa. We're going to go side by side with our teammate for this race, and going into the left-hander up the inside, and we get the job done up into P16 now. So we've made up 3 places in 2 laps, which is quite a nice start to this race. And now we can think about settling into the race. So that means, you know, trying to manage the tyres, which I found quite hard to do on this game already, if you already know. Managing the battery. And the pace felt quite decent, but you can see now Jensen has lost DRS by the time we get to lap 7. You can see his red lights flashing. We're using the overtake to fly past him, and eyes us up into P15, going into the Tombrello chicane. So at this point, we have lost the train, unfortunately. That's the problem with qualifying quite badly. If you lose the train down the order, it's quite hard to get back into the race, as we pick up a warning there for track limits on lap number 7. Sorry, forgive the coughing. I'm trying to get better. I'm feeling slightly better than I was a few days ago, but you can see now Lawrence has got off into the wall.
Oh, Lawrence.
Down at the left-hander, and somehow...
How's that not a safety car? Green flag. How? He's binned it there.
That hasn't brought out a safety car, despite the fact that Lawrence has completely smashed his Williams into the barrier, pretty much where George Russell binned it back in 2020. So, a bit baffling, but no safety car is going to, you know, get us out of trouble here. You can see Lafiti's passed us in between the laps, and we're going to decide to box pretty early on lap number 9 for a set of hard tyres. And we're going to do this to try and get in the DRS train again. And it's actually nice to start on the right compound, considering in Tier 2 we accidentally started on the hard tyre.
Okay, go, go, go. Perfect.
And here's my ticket back in this thing.
Looks like a nice stop time. We're happy with that one.
Mate, I can't be arsed with qualifying shit, because the minute you lose a train on this game, it's fucking guns.
And that is one of the many things I hate about this game. As, yeah, the minute you lose DRS, it's really hard to get back in contention for anything. So, the best thing you can do is undercut, push hard on, you know, on a new set of tyres, and see if you can get back into the train. And you can see Quantum is right behind us as well. And I said that he's my ticket back into the race. We're going to let him go. Just like World in Baku, he's going to be our ticket back in. So we just need to keep up with him and see how far he can take us on lap number 12. I think we picked up 2 early warnings as well, so we've got to be mindful of track limits. It's very easy to get a penalty around here, as the track limits are pretty strict on this game. On to lap 13. This is a crucial lap of the Grand Prix, because I think a few more cars are pitting. And you can see the 2 McLarens are about to swap places. Now we want to follow Quantum through. He gets past Jensen. We're trying to follow into turn number 1, but we just can't quite do it.
Ah, fucking hell, man.
And that's very frustrating. You can tell my reaction, because it was such close margins there. But you can see all 3 of us are still close together, and I make a realization on what position we're actually fighting for in this race.
Just realised I'm nappy. Oh shit, okay. Didn't even... I didn't even realise it. I didn't even realise it. Jesus. I'm a net P10 right now. Oh god, don't do that.
And I've just
Yeah,
realised
I'm surprised.
that
I
we're in
thought
a net
Jensen would
P10,
drop
so
out.
points are on the cards.
DRS, but he's... I'm just tagging on with the McLarens. We're chilling. Oh, for fuck's sake.
I'm afraid you've been given
Yeah, that's not ideal. That really isn't ideal. That's going to make our lives a lot harder now with that 3-second penalty.
Fucking 3-second pen.
And that's because the cars behind us are going to have much fresher tyres. One of them is Erpek right behind us in the Kick Sauber. He's going to be in no mood to be held up by us. You can see he's actually saying I'm going to move through Tom Borello. We're not really trying to fight or defend this. He gets a lovely switchback and he just flies past us. I'm not bothered, because the main thing now is to try and maintain track position, because we're going to be on much older tyres.
with them, they might make a mistake.
So we just need to maintain pace with the McLarens and we might be okay. We might survive the storm. Speaking of the storm, you can see by lap 21, the clouds are starting to get darker and there's yellow flags around us, and that is Matteo, who started on hards, trying to
Get a bit
get
of sun.
all the way to the rain. He's got a puncture and his race is in the bin. Trying to make one less stop than everyone else has not paid off for him, and we're up to P11, which means we're back in a net P10 position.
Oh, he's doing me
So
a solid.
we are in the fringes of the points. You can
What a
see
guy.
another car's in the
It
pits as
hasn't
well.
rained. These guys are fucked. We're in the top 10.
Now, keep it up.
Oh, you love to see it.
And there you go,
You
we are
love to
legitimately
fucking see it.
P10 in this race. And potentially net P9 as well. From 19th on the grid. Sorry about that. So yeah, we're P10 right now, but Lifebout is right behind us on fresher tyres. He's got quite a few penalties of his own. You can see he's putting us under pressure going into Tosa.
Oh my god, it's...
And again, we choose not to fight this because we want to stick with the McLarens and not waste too much time battling for no reason. So we let him go again. And I think he's on 6 seconds at this point as well. So we have to be mindful of track limits. The rain is coming, so we have to be wary of our timing as well, because that's going to make or break everyone's race. Lifebout makes more progress, but at this point he's just racking up penalties. And crucially, Quantum is going to go into the pits, and I wondered if I was going to follow him in, but
Oh, that was the lap.
I didn't. We're going to stay out one more lap.
Well, I'm just gonna send it.
CSI Oscar from the race leader's box as well. As we've got
Wait,
a yellow
yellow.
flag there for an Alpine. We managed to get past him. But up to P9 we go. And surely this
I
is
might
the
just
lap
box,
we
you know.
box for
Just make sure I'm not
intermediate
doing it wrong,
tyres.
Timing it wrong. I mean, Oscar's caught a bit. It's not worth the risk. Yeah, no, we're doing one more lap.
Front, 11.9 seconds.
Why would you do that? Why would you stay out? We've decided to stay out
think
another
so?
lap. Not a great idea, because now it's really coming down with rain.
Turning, we think it's time
Now,
to box now.
Oscar was 8 seconds behind us a lap ago. By the time we get to the pits, it's 3.7 seconds. We have lost 5 seconds on the in lap alone.
Yeah, that was one lap too long. I should have followed in Jensen. Shit.
And that decision to stay out might have just ruined our chance to get a top 10 finish here, as we put on intermediates. 2.2 second stop.
Fuck my race, to be honest.
As you can't really go wrong with the timing on this game unless you miss your button. And you can see the cars passing us on the main straight.
Absolutely.
We're going to rejoin
Positively fucked it.
in P11. Now, there's no need to panic because there's still 7 laps to go. Still plenty of things that can happen in the wet, and we're normally quite decent in the wet weather conditions. But the rain gets a lot worse by the time we get to the end of lap 32. Nothing really much happens. We move up to P10 because I think Schumacher crashed in the pit lane for some silly reason. But unfortunately, it's not going to be P10 as the final result. You can see Lifeboat has got a ton of penalties, which isn't ideal for him. So we'll benefit off him But Wards and Lafitte behind us are cleaner pens, and they'll take our positions off us. So, meanwhile, CSI Oscar, who's been the man in form in World and in WR as well, he wins the race by quite a margin in the end. And we might be in the fringe of the points. Unless something magical happens in the final corners, out of the second Ravazza. You can see Lifeboat's going slowly in front of us. We take the position. Will it be P9 in the end?
Come on. No, is it not happening? Yeah, it's not happening. Damn it. Oh, mate.
And sadly, it is not the points that we were looking for. It is P9 on track, but 11th in the end. And to be honest, I enjoyed this race a lot more, simply because of the dry to wet dynamic, and we showed some pretty solid pace in the dry as well. Just a shame about the penalties. I think we got 6 seconds in the end, which isn't ideal, and we got the timing wrong in the switch to Inter, so I think we boxed a lap too late. Maybe 2 laps too late. If we followed in Quantum, we definitely would have had a chance at points. But yeah, hope you enjoyed this one, guys. I'm off to rest my voice now. Make sure you hit the like button, get subscribed for more F1 25 content, and as always, I'll see you all in the next one. So until then, take care, and I'll see all of you in the next one.